Hey there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley. Welcome back to my channel. I've come on to make some tags tonight. So I've already cut out my pieces, so I'm going to hopefully make 4 tags in this video. So the pieces of the tag size is 2.5 by 4.5. And I've already gone ahead and embossed them with the Crafts 2 Snowy embossing folder. And I've cut out lots of different pieces here. I'm going to do a bit of stamping as well, and yeah, I'm just going to pop them together. So I'm going to just bunch them all together because I want to cut them all together. So what I'm going to do to make the tag shape is I've got a big pair of scissors here, and I'm just going to go from that place to there. That's one side, and the paper flew everywhere. And then I'm just going to try and do the same on the opposite side. It doesn't really matter if they're not perfect, so that we have this shape. And then I've got my punch, my We Are Memory Keepers punch. And I'm just going to do 2 at the same time. And I've got it set to 1/4 inch hole. So I think there's actually something in there. No, it's fine. So I'm just going to punch in between the 2 diagonals, about just a bit down, like that. So that's these 2. And then I'm just going to punch these 2 as well. Exactly the same. So if you don't have this, just use whatever you've got to do it. Okay, so that's those done. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that away just now. I'm going to do my stamping next. So I've just got a scrap of paper. As you can see, I've kind of half cut out poinsettia, but I'm going to use this part here. And I've got this old Stampin' Up set called Poinsettia Petals. So I want to stamp out the holly leaves. Okay, and that's really all, and I'll probably stamp the Merry Christmas and perhaps the Happy Holidays for some of the sentiments that are going to go on to the tags as well, because I want to have some greenery in there as well. So I'm just going to take out this stamp, pop it onto a block, and then there's also a sort of infill stamp as well, which I think is that one, yes. So we'll stick that onto a block as well. Oh, sorry folks. Okay, and I'll just do a wee row, and then I'm going to fussy cut them out. And this is the one I want, Merry Christmas. So I need to get a block for that one as well. Just do it on the diagonal. And I think I'll have Happy Holidays as well. And that can just go on there. There we go. Ooh. So I want to just going to just use VersaClair Shady Lane for the holly leaves. So I'm just going to use this piece of paper that I had. As I say, I've used it for cutting out some of the poinsettias, and that one didn't quite come out, but that's okay. So I'll stamp this one. So I'll stamp a good few. So that's 4, 5, and one more. Okay. And then, oh, that came off. Stamp the infill. I mean, you could, if you did have this same thing, you could colour it. Actually, I don't know if that is the infill, but I'm just going to try it and see. Oh yeah, it is. It is. I just didn't think it looked like, having not really used this for such a long time, but it is. It definitely is. So just stamp the infill. As I was going to say, you could colour them in if you were using this particular thing. So I think that'll be enough. And I don't actually have holly berries, but I've got an idea for that because I've got some nice little gems on the side here. Oh yes, and I was going to stamp and that's falling off, so I'm just going to use my little bit of tape pen on the back of this just to hold that onto the block so it doesn't fall off. So I'll use real red for some of these as well. So I'll stamp 2 of those, one there and one there, and I think I'm going to need another piece of paper, which I hope I've got on my desk. Yes, I do. That's handy. For Merry Christmas. Oh, and that one's starting to come off as well. That's what happens. These stamps tend to lose their stickiness after a while. So that's just because they've been used so many times. There we go. So that's good. And actually, if I can get this thing to close, another thing I was going to do, but I haven't got it on the table, I don't think. I thought I had it on the table, but I don't think I do. Was actually, I've got this Sprig Punch as well, which I thought I might use, but I don't seem to have the colour I was going to use on the table. I'm just going to actually cut out some sprigs from some craft card scrap, I should say. So just to give it a wee bit of a difference from traditional Christmas colours, and I do, don't get me wrong, I do like traditional Christmas colours, but I just thought it'd be nice to bring in some other colours and textures. So I'm just cutting out a bunch of them. Possibly won't use them all. And I may cut out some white ones. Right. So let's get started. So that's my stamping. So as I say, I've got 4 of these. So just start with 1, obviously. And I've got various pieces of, I've got red poinsettia, white one. I've got this one I did out of craft card, but it's still got wee bits in it. So I'm going to just snip these away. They obviously didn't come out properly when I took it out the die. But not to worry. I'm just going to snip into that and snip this away. So you can really see the difference with the different cards. So craft card, white card, and that's red card, which is Carnation Craft. That's Pink Frog Smooth card, and this is quite thin craft card. So it does make a difference when you see it like that. I've also got some different die cuts from Forever Fern dies from Stampin'Up. I did in silver and white, and obviously I've got these, so perhaps I should get ahead and cut these out as well, because we want to compile. So we'll cut a couple out, and usually when I cut out I tend to move the paper, and obviously you move the scissors as well, but I move the paper round instead of actually moving the scissors. The scissors do move obviously to open and close, but I tend to actually move the card when I'm cutting. You could leave a little, if you did this particular thing, you could leave a little white border all the way around, and my hair's gone on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out another one of these as well, and it was just to give it a bit of a contrast with some green. So just cut these out. So there's lots of different ways you could make tags. You could probably make tags really simply by just putting a sentiment on and whatever else, but I thought I'd just like to do these ones. So I'm just kind of just laying out what I think I might want to put on, and then we can glue it all down. I'm just doing a mixture of some of the things that I've cut out, just to see what might look quite nice. And actually I'm going to cut that in half, wherever half is. I think that's probably halfway, and that can give me 2 wee pieces of this, and then that would shorten it a bit because I didn't want it to be too long. Put that up the middle. So I'm kind of doing it like that and leaving a space in the middle because I want to put one of the poinsettias in the middle of my tag. Now I've cut these, but I do want to cut these out, but I do want to kind of separate them. So you know, you can cut into all your die cuts, you don't need to use them just as they are cut, you can actually cut into them as well. That's a funny shape, that one, so I'm just going to cut that off. So yep, so we could pop that perhaps there, and then this piece we could shorten that again, cut that bit off because that's not a proper leaf anymore. Pop that there, and then I'm going to balance it out with another one of these at the bottom, because I feel that that's what it needs. And then I'm going to pop this nice white poinsettia in the middle. Now I've got my foam pad here if I want to. My hair is going everywhere today. So I've got this foam pad, and I've got a wee ball tool. So just want to give it a wee push in the middle, just to give it a bit of shape, and then I'm just going to curl my petals round the ball tool, the actual ball tool. You could do it a different way, it's entirely up to you. So this is what I'm looking at, so this is what I want to pop on this one. So I'll get my wet glue, one that's pointing down the way is probably better, and I'm just going to add all these bits. So I started with this, just pop some wet glue there, and then I started secondly with, oh, that one's not sticking very well, so let's just get it to Oh no, it's not sticking. It's probably because of the embossing, but that's okay. We will get it sticking. That's it. So we're then going to pop in the ones with craft card. Like that. And then one at the opposite side. Oh. That's it. And then we're going to pop in these two pieces of, I don't know what they are actually. It's just quite a nice little shape. Just pop that in between there. And you don't need to put glue on the whole bit. It's quite nice just having a little bit at the end that's not glued on, it's loose. And that's what I've done with the others. Obviously you needed to put these down flat or they would just fall off. But as you can see there, I've not glued that completely down. And then the same with this, I won't glue these completely down because I don't want them all to be stuck completely flat. I want a few wee bits to be loose. So pop that on next. And then this as well, the very same way. There we go, and then we can pop that poinsettia in the middle. Now I'm thinking I might just pop a little bit of, I was thinking I might pop some red on, but no, I'll go with it as is because I'll be putting red ribbon and a little red dot in the middle, a little red gem in the middle. So just pop that down, and I've got these tiny little gems that they're not self-adhesive, so you need to put glue on the back, but I'm sure if you've got self-adhesive ones, obviously just use it. These are ones I had out an old kit and I thought perfect time to use them because of the colour. So I've got the nice colours of, that shouldn't be there, I've got a sort of red, a burgundy, a sort of peach, and they're all metallic. So I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to dip my pokey tool so I can pick that up, hopefully. Come on. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop that into the middle. Now you can see there is glue there on that bit, but that'll dry clear so it won't look like that. Now that's one tag, but I haven't really left any room for a sentiment, but I think I might be able to do something. Let's see if we can add happy holidays to that. So for this one, I'm just going right round each sort of letter, doing the shape of the actual stamp itself. So that will entitle me to kind of get it right in that left hand bottom corner of the tag. Hopefully it'll look okay. We'll just see in a second. If it doesn't look right, we'll do it again with something else. I was thinking of putting that there, but I'm thinking, don't like it. So we'll just leave that just now and I'll go on to the next tag. Pop these over. And I've got some nice red ribbon as well, which I'm going to use. And I'm just going to use the red for all the tags. Oh, I've just bashed the camera, so I've got this nice red satin ribbon. So I can just quickly pop that on. So to make the tag ribbon go through, you double it in size together, so it's double. And then what you do is you loop it through the front to the front from the back. Some people do it the other way, whatever way, it just really doesn't matter. And yep, there we go. And that's probably too long, so I'll just do it again together, hold it together and just cut it. That's better. So that's tag number 1. So tag number 2 and 3, hopefully I'll be able to do them all. So this time I'm going to use silver, this silver one here, and I'm going to use this red, these 2 red poinsettias. Well, I might actually use one of them. So if I get my foam pad and my ball tool, just do the same thing, curl it round, there we go. And this time I'm not going to add any green, excuse me, I'm going to add a white this time. So I'm going to just chop that in 2, and I'm going to do that one, some of the craft card one again, move these 2 out the way just now, white, craft card, I think this way, similar way, or what I might do is actually do over to that side and then we can get our sentiment in. I think that will be better. Pop that in the middle, like that. I'm trying to see what it's like with a bigger one as well. Let's just stagger these 2. There we go, and then we can just press that down in the middle, like that. There we go. And then we can stagger those 2. Yeah, that would be quite nice. So let's just keep that up there just now. So back to the glue. So craft card, first, and maybe we can get Merry Christmas down that side. And you may be joined by my cat, who seems to be meowing at me at the minute, but just warning you, I'm sure you won't mind if my little cat joins me. She's very attached to me. She's 16 and she's always watching me to see where I'm going and what I'm doing. She's always on the look to see if I'm not leaving her for too long. Right, so as I say, the same thing, just don't glue all the leaves down because it's quite nice to have them free and able to move about. So for this one, pop that down first onto your tag, like so. Just hold that down for a few seconds and then stagger this one over the top as well, and just do it like that so it's in between. There we go, and that looks pretty nice. And then I'm wondering if I can get that Merry Christmas just down the side. Try and cut this as straight as I can. Might not work. Don't know if that's going to look good or not. Maybe I should actually separate them. No, I'm cutting into the actual font. If I do this, I might not be putting sentiments on it at all. So I'm thinking if I put Merry up there, and perhaps I could get the Christmas on the bottom. Let's just cut that bit away. And let's see. I could just do it over there. What do you think? Yeah, I think that would work. Let's just go for that. So, unfortunately, I'm having to pop over one of the bits of the craft card, but unfortunately, that's all I can kind of do to make it fit. So that's that bit. And the glue. Just pop this one just there, just slightly down. That's better. Try not to smudge it like me. And then go back to your gems, depending on what gems you've got. I just fancied using these because I've lost my pokey tool. Oh, it's here, it's hiding. We'll get the what am I saying? We'll get this gem on. I just can't think what I was saying there. Right. So we're going to have this red one, this sort of sparkly red one this time, if I can get it. There we go, and a little bit of glue. Try not to put as much glue in the middle. We only need a little bit in the middle. There we go. A little bit glue onto here. For this sentiment. Let's pop that there. Just bring that down because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So just pop that just on there. So just hold that down until it adheres. So, and then this one as well needs to get some greetings on it. So trying to just see where I'm going to pop that. I think I'm going to do it here. Might just cut that end off just to make it slightly smaller. So just adding extra glue. So get that under there. Put that on. There we go, and then I just need to pop on the ribbon actually, and a few tiny wee gems on this one as well here. So I'm going to put the eye of the Christmas with a little gem, then I'm going to pop a few just extra around as well. There we go. And I'm just going to pop the ribbon on to these two and we'll be done. So just bringing that through the front, bring the tails through, and where's the other bit of ribbon? Oh, it's fallen down here, and there we go. Pop that through the front again. and get them straight. Right, I'm just going to chop these down and that will be us done. Try not to cut your fingers off, Shirley. And that's me done. So I have managed to make 4 tags, but I think I've taken quite a while to do them. But I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope that perhaps you might think about making your own tags for those special people in your life, and to add to your gifts. So thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. If you want to leave me a comment, please do. It's always nice to hear from people and what they think. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share it with your crafty friends and family as much as possible. And thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye.